I've written my own Sword and Shield anime series, and in this video, Ash will be taking on Raihan. It's now time for Sword and Shield Season 3, Crowning Legacy. Will Ash defeat Raihan to earn his final badge? Find out right now and subscribe for more episodes. Episode 95. While Ash and Gloria make their way to Hammerlock, Hop reunites with Leon, who congratulates him on his recent success. As a gift, Leon gives Hop a protector to evolve his Rhydon. Excited to do so, Hop and Leon head to the Pokemon Center to use the transfer machine. After evolving his Rhydon, Hop is surprised when Leon challenges him to a quick battle to see how far he's come. Hop eagerly accepts, and they have a 3-on-3 battle starting with Rhyperior versus Charizard. Rhyperior uses Meteor Beam, but Charizard dodges and counters with Scale Shot. Rhyperior withstands the attack and lands a Rock Wrecker. Leon compliments Hop on his new strength, but then takes out Rhyperior with a Solar Beam. Next, Hop sends out Dubwool, and it uses Double Edge. Charizard uses Scale Shot but double defends with Cotton Guard. Charizard then uses Ancient Power, powering up its attacks. Dubwool tries to retaliate with Reversal, but Charizard takes it out with a Fire Blast. Hop's final Pokemon is Wartortle, who uses Flip Turn to dodge Charizard's Fire Blast. Hop then sends it back out and uses a Protect and Rapid Spin combo to deflect Solar Beam, and follows with an Aqua Tail. The battle seems to be going well for Hop, until Charizard lands a Scale Shot, causing Wartortle to take a beating. We get a clash between Fire Blast and Aqua Tail, and Wartortle pushes itself so much that it evolves into Blastoise and lands a direct hit. Charizard is severely weakened, but manages to land one more Solar Beam to defeat Blastoise. Leon praises Hop for his skills, and says that he hasn't been pushed this far in a long time. Hop feels grateful for the battle, and vows to continue improving his skills as a trainer. Leon wishes Hop luck on his final gym battle, and then heads off to Winden. Episode 96. Gloria's next Pokejob has her helping out once again at a battle cafe. This time, Gloria wants to be the one in charge of the battles, while Ash is struggling to take orders and serving customers. During her break, Gloria decides to give her Milcery a topping, which helps it evolve into Alchemy. Suddenly, a group of thugs barge in, disturbing the customers. Gloria challenges them to a battle with Alchemy and Eevee, and in the end, Eevee learns Sparkly Swirl to defeat the thugs and drive them off. Episode 97. Team Rocket are plotting their next scheme, when suddenly they're attacked by a Pokemon poacher, who wants their talking Meowth. Ash and Gloria later meet Jesse and James, who ask for their help as Meowth has been stolen. The group track down the poacher who is taking wild Pokemon and engages in a battle. The poacher's strongest Pokemon is a Honchkrow, giving Ash's Corviknight trouble. The poacher then escapes when Officer Jenny arrives. Corviknight's pride as a flying type has been hurt, but James uses his Pokéringer experience to help coach Ash and Corviknight. Ash remembers his own Pokéringer competitions as well, and uses his knowledge to outsmart the poacher in a rematch. In the end, Corviknight learns Brave Bird to defeat Honchkrow. The poacher is then arrested, and Meowth and the other Pokemon are freed. Team Rocket thanks the twerps and calls it a truce for today. Episode 98. Ash and Gloria reunite with Victor in Spiceboro for a curry cooking competition. Eager to participate, they search for ingredients, and Gloria discovers a Max Mushroom that helps her create a Gigantamax curry. Despite Ash's efforts with Wacky, its hyper energy isn't very helpful and Ash's curry isn't that good. Victor's is really impressive, but falls just short of Gloria's. As the judges declare Gloria the winner, her Drizzle eats the Gigantamax curry, gaining the ability to Gigantamax after evolving. Episode 99. We join Hop in the midst of his gym battle against Raihan. With Duraludon going back to normal, Hop uses that chance to unleash a combined attack from his Dracovish and Rhyperior, winning him his final gym badge. Raihan congratulates Hop and tells him that his next stop is the Galar League, but Hop says that he'll wait for Ash first. Later that day, Ash and Gloria arrive in Hammerlock, where they reunite with Hop. They learn of his recent victory and they congratulate him on his win. They then reunite with Raihan as well, and he says that he'll battle with Ash the next day once his Pokemon have had a chance to heal up. While catching up, the group encounter Sonia, who is being harassed by two brothers, Swordward and Shieldbert, who are claiming to be descendants of the first Galar Kings. They are against Sonia's research, but Ash and Hop defend Sonia by recounting their experiences with the legendary Zacian and Zamazenta. This infuriates the brothers, and they challenge the boys to a tag battle to prove their worthiness as the true heroes of Galar. Thwackey and Sirfetch'd face off against Doublade and Bronzong in a fierce battle. After a sword duel between Sirfetch'd and Doublade, Thwackey catches Sirfetch'd's leak and uses it to land the super-powered Branch Poke, taking out Doublade. Sirfetch'd then finishes off Bronzong with Meteor Assault. The embarrassed brothers vow to get revenge, and flee. Sonia thanks Ash and Hop for sticking up for her, and invites the group to join her in her wild area research once Ash has finished his gym battle, and they all accept. Episode 100. It's time for Ash's final gym battle against Raihan. As Ash prepares for the battle, Raihan approaches him and says that he hopes he's gotten better since their last encounter. Raihan reminds Ash that if he wants to reach Leon, he must first surpass him. The battle begins, and to Ash's surprise, it's a 4-on-4 double battle. Ash starts out with Corviknight and Dreadnought, while Raihan uses Sandaconda and Flygon. Corviknight and Flygon have an aerial battle, while Sandaconda uses Scale Shot on Dreadnought. However, Dreadnought dodges and retaliates with Water Gun. Although it's a direct hit, Sandaconda's Sand Spit ability creates a sandstorm that affects the visibility of Ash's Pokemon. Raihan says that he's mastered control over the weather, and it's what'll lead him to victory. Hop then recalls his own gym battle and says that he struggled quite a bit against the sandstorm, so he wonders how Ash is gonna make it through. The sandstorm proves to be a challenge for Ash's team, as they struggle to land attacks. Flygon goes for a dual wing beat, and Ash uses that chance to make Dreadnought hold on with Jaw Lock. With Flygon's constant cries, Corviknight is able to locate it and lands a Steel Wing. Sandaconda then tries to use Sand Tomb on Dreadnought, but Corviknight swoops in to save it. From above, Dreadnought uses Water Gun and continues to do damage. Flygon comes back and strikes with Dragon Rush though, knocking both Pokemon down and trapping Dreadnought in the Sand Tomb. Corviknight tries to help, but Sandaconda uses Fire Fang. Ash then makes Dreadnought use Stone Edge on itself to shoot itself out of the Sand Tomb. Flygon comes swooping in, but Corviknight's able to knock it out with Brave Bird, allowing Dreadnought to take out Sandaconda with Ice Fang. The sandstorm then disappears. Raihan is impressed, but then sends out Steelix, the same Steelix that once attacked the gym, and then his final Pokemon, Duraludon. Dreadnought and Duraludon have a Stone Edge collision, while Steelix uses Ice Fang to hold on to Corviknight. It then uses Dig and pops up to land a devastating Iron Tail attack on Dreadnought, taking it out of the battle. The episode ends with Ash sending out Urshifu, and Raihan responding by Gigantamaxing his Duraludon, shocking everyone. Gloria and Sonia are worried for Ash, but Hop has faith that he'll turn things around soon enough. Episode 101. Ash vs Raihan continues. Right away, Ash frees Corviknight from Steelix with Urshifu's Brick Break. Raihan then commands Duraludon to use Max Rockfall. Ash tells Corviknight to carry Urshifu, allowing them to make a quick getaway. However, Sandstorm is activated once again. Urshifu's feeling the damage, and Steelix attempts to take it down with Dragon Breath, but Corviknight's aerial movements allows it to reach G-Max Duraludon, giving Urshifu a chance to land a close combat. Corviknight tries to escape again, but Steelix slows it down with Dragon Breath, and Duraludon deals a crushing blow with a direct G-Max depletion, taking out Corviknight. Ash is now down to his final Pokemon, Pikachu. Steelix uses Dig, hitting both Pikachu and Urshifu, so Ash decides to Gigantamax Urshifu to level the playing field. Steelix goes underground with Dig once more, but Urshifu uses G-Max One Blow to obliterate Steelix from underground and defeat it. Only Duraludon remains, and he uses one more G-Max depletion while Urshifu uses Max Airstream. Meanwhile, poor Pikachu is trying to hang on from the blast. Duraludon goes back to normal, and Pikachu traps it with Electro Web, giving Urshifu the perfect chance to finish it off with one more G-Max One Blow. However, at the last second, Duraludon uses Stone Edge on Pikachu, sending it flying into the path of Urshifu's attack. Urshifu redirects it to avoid hitting Pikachu, and the move is wasted. Urshifu then goes back to normal. Pikachu and Urshifu charge in, but Duraludon weakens their attack with Breaking Swipe. Pikachu slows down Duraludon with Electro Web, while Urshifu attacks with Aerial Ace. Raihan retaliates by commanding Duraludon to launch a powerful Steel Beam on Pikachu, but Urshifu jumps in the way to take the blast, knocking him out. Ash thanks Urshifu for protecting Pikachu, and vows to make the most out of the opportunity he gave them. Pikachu uses Electro Web, but Duraludon breaks free with Breaking Swipe. It was a diversion though, as Pikachu knocks Duraludon down with Iron Tail. Duraludon uses Stone Edge, but Pikachu strikes back with a mid-air Thunderbolt. Duraludon then uses Steel Beam again, but Pikachu uses the Blast Momentum to finish it off with a powerful Iron Tail, winning Ash the battle. Raihan congratulates Ash and awards him his 8th gym badge. Hop, Gloria, and Sonia are really happy for him. The episode ends with Team Rocket arriving in Hammerlock and getting a call from Matori. It seems like Giovanni has sent her to Galar, and she's gonna need the trio's help for a very special mission. Episode 102. The group returns to the wild area, en route to the Lake of Outrage. Sonia explains that Professor Magnolia sent her to study a meteorite that's linked to Dynamax's origin. Meanwhile, Team Rocket meet the Matori Matrix, and despite Jessie and Meowth's reluctance, they receive a mission directly from the boss to acquire a meteorite with thousands of wishing stars. The meteorite is believed to be the origin of Eternatus, and will enable them to harness the power of Dynamax without a power spot. The trio agrees and joins forces with the Matori Matrix. Back to the group, they traverse the Lake of Outrage and encounter a sandstorm, caused by a G-Max Sandaconda. They face it off in a raid battle, and Gloria uses G-Max Venusaur to defeat Sandaconda, and then catches it, her 8th G-Max Pokemon. They discover that the Sandaconda was protecting the location of a meteorite that Sonia hypothesizes might have been the cocoon for a Gigantamax Pokemon. While examining the meteorite, they're attacked by Gozu. He then Mega Evolves his Aggron to prevent them from getting closer to the meteorite. Hop confronts Gozu alone, while the rest of the group try to protect the meteorite. Team Rocket attacks, however, and in response, the trio Gigantamaxes their Meowth, leaving Ash and his friends totally surprised. Episode 103. As the battle against Team Rocket continues, Ash, Gloria, and Sonia struggle against G-Max Meowth's powers. Gloria can't Dynamax as she just used it, so Ash decides to Gigantamax Pikachu for a fair fight. As he takes on Meowth, Gloria and Sonia face Jessie and James. Meanwhile, Chairman Rose is also on his way to the wild area. He's frustrated to find out that others have already discovered the Eternatus meteorite before them, which Rose considers their last hope in saving Galar's future. We then flash back to how Macrocosmos discovered Eternatus. Rose used wishing stars to lure and capture the legendary Pokemon at Hammerlock. Since then, he's been feeding it wishing stars to unlock its true form that'll supposedly provide limitless energy for the Galar region. Back at the wild area, Hop struggles against Mega Aggron, so he Dynamaxes Double, and after a tough battle, Hop is able to defeat Gozu. Meanwhile, Pikachu and Meowth continue their G-Max fight. Pikachu uses Max Steel Spike, knocking Meowth over and crushing the meteorite, revealing the wishing stars hidden inside. Matori is furious, but Pikachu defeats Meowth with a G-Max Volt Crash. Rose and Macrocosmos then arrive, and help defeat the Matori Matrix until they decide to retreat. The trio refuses to give up, however, leading to Oleana blasting them off. Rose thanks the group for protecting the meteorite, and decides it's best to take the remains back to his company for safekeeping. The episode ends with Sonia leaving a report to Magnolia, while the gang leave Hammerlock. Back at the energy plant though, Rose begins to prep his final experiments with the wishing stars, grateful that Ash and the group have found the meteorite. Thank you all for watching, and shout out to the channel members for their extra support. Remember to live your life to the fullest, and have yourself a damn good one.